Man, it's your boy Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store. And yes, it's Cowboys UnCut, the most unfiltered, unadulterated, pure form of cocaine in America, man. We out here
Nice.
feeding the street. We flooding the
Man, you
street.
need to hit
Y'all
that
know
button
what it,
right now.
man.
You need to hit that
Y'all know
views
what
up.
it is. Y'all know
It
what's
ain't, it
going
ain't
down,
even
man.
it ain't even no reason to hit the monetization button at this point. It's over. Like,
We
in
are
the
not
first
getting here.
5
Officially
seconds,
not getting paid for this show.
in the first 5 seconds, he mentioned all kind of anarchy on here, so it's
Man,
over with.
they knew what it was. Y'all tell me, y'all
The
don't
most
turn.
nefarious host of all time, HTM Sports. That's him.
Hey, y'all speak for yourself. I done turned my monetization on. We gonna figure it out.
Get $5.
Dang,
Us and YouTube gonna figure it
I gotta
out.
turn mine on. I forgot.
I mean, hey, it be like that. Restream be hating us out, man. We used to have this stuff pre-scheduled. I can share it to 50,000 platforms. I already got a nice little thumbnail up. And they've been tweaking on us, man. Like, they don't even let us do it no more. So now we just be popping out, uninvited, coming to your living room. Hair ain't dead, looking ratchet. But we here. We here talking to y'all about some Cowboys content, man.
Absolutely.
But we, but we,
Yeah,
but
man.
we.
Hey, but listen, the Lord said, "Come as you are," and we
But
came
we,
exactly as we are.
but we,
He did.
but we
Indeed, man.
here.
Man, on my mama.
Hey man, what y'all think about my shirt, man? Old school joint, yeah, man.
It got a huddle on that mug, boy.
Yeah,
Man.
come out.
In the middle of the huddle with it.
Hey, shout out to Daniil Berry Sports, man. Happy birthday, man. Salute to
Crazy
you.
ass Daniel Barry with a crazy
Hey,
ass
hey,
birthday.
Wes, you gonna have to hit the note, man. Happy birthday
Happy
Happy
to you.
birthday to
birthday
you.
to
Happy
ya.
birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday
Who
to
that was?
you.
Stevie Wonder or somebody?
Happy
I think it was.
birthday.
Who
Happy.
put that sauce on Happy
Yeah.
Birthday song,
He
man?
was going in. I don't know
He
who it
put that
was.
sauce on that thing, didn't it?
Ooh, 50 Cent.
Hey, Air
Go,
Professor.
No.
go, go. It's your birthday.
Air
El
Professor
Professor
said,
in the
"Y'all
building.
live tonight." Oh yeah, what's
Yes,
going
sir.
down, man? The
Yes,
the
sir.
the West Coast liquor store trap is jumping right now, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know, man. You know my schedule is in shambles, so you know your boy you gotta have your notification bells on for me these days,
Yeah,
man. Make sure you do that.
that's what happens when you bet the whole house on the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl. I bet you'll learn that again.
I won't do it again.
Now
You know
you're
what
now
I'm
your ass
saying?
is down there at the plant working double time.
Now I gotta do everything. Now I gotta do the most.
You gotta do the most. The host with the most, man.
I gotta take up extra shifts messing with these Cowboys now.
Hey, that's funny,
Man,
bro. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That's funny.
we having us in shambles over here, man.
Mm,
That boy
it's
said, "That's what
terrible.
you get for all the money."
Mm.
Man, speaking of all the money, but before I say it, y'all know the usual rules of engagement, man. Hit the like button, hit the share button, slap the shit out those ops, the Eagles, the 49ers, the Commanders, all of them get slapped up. I'll give you a discount.
Any
And
upstanding citizen would do that too, by the way.
any upstanding. If you were a man of God, you will slap an Eagles fan.
Mm,
Absolutely.
But, there was somewhere in the Bible, but they took it out. It's in the
mm,
Dead Sea Scrolls or something.
Man, shout
yeah,
out to the GOAT, El Professor, with the $20 cash out, man, holding us down in the trap, man. Appreciate you, sir.
He hit us on this end too in the liquor store, man. Salute to El Professor with the
Real
20 piece,
live
brother.
GOAT right there, man.
appreciate you,
Appreciate
El. Appreciate you on all sides, El Professor. Shout out to some people also. My boy Jerry Perkins. Appreciate you. Shout out to Craig Larkin. Shout out to my pops. Come here, pops. Come here. Come here, pops. Hey, come here. Slide. Don't use
you.
your
Hey,
last run, though. Don't lose your last run. Slide, can you put your head in here and say what's up?
I don't know
Hey,
what's
what's up,
going
y'all?
on with my
How y'all
chat
doing?
box.
What's up with you, man?
What's going
I'm
on?
doing good. I'm doing good. I'm out here in this rain, trying to stay
Ah,
dry.
I know that's right, brother.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate you, pops. It's fine.
I don't know what. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's Papa West Coast. I ain't know. I just looked up and seen a man on there.
Hey, El Professor hit you on your end too, Wes.
Appreciate you, El Professor.
Salute, man. Salute. We appreciate you, Mr. El Professor. That's some real GOAT stuff right there.
Indeed,
All
Um,
right.
man. So, hey,
yeah.
so we were talking about money. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about people betting the house. Well, apparently the Dallas Cowboys are getting ready to bet the house on one Rain Dakota Prescott. He will literally be able to make it rain in any club or establishment that he frequents for the rest of his life.
Just don't do the Pac-Man Jones. That's all.
Hey,
Right.
man. Hey, man. So let's read this from my boy Morton Talks Cowboys. Always a good follow. Y'all make sure that y'all go on Twitter, show him some love. Always dropping good content, and I be fact checking it, so I know it's for show.
Absolutely.
So he said, so with the recent team salary cap update, with the number being $250 million rather than $242 million, so that's an extra $8 million. But that's pretty much paying for next draft class. Honestly, Dak Prescott getting extended, which could get people perplexed, about $60 million average per year. But cap hits is all that matters in team building. With an extension, his cap hit would be $32.2 million. With an opening that will open $26.2 million in cap space. The percentage of Dak's cap hit of the overall salary cap is 7.76%. That would be his lowest since his final year of his rookie deal, which was peanuts. So the Dak taking all the money is just a fake narrative.
We all know that. The people in the know, they know. You know. If you know, you know. That's what we say. But we already know it would be in the Cowboys' best interest to actually extend Dak Prescott so we can take down the cap hit. We know the cap hit is what's most important. Like the cap hit determines what you can and can't get. You know what I'm saying? So the money down the line, we don't care about that. That's Stephen Jones' number business. All Cowboy fans really should be concerned about is the cap hit. That's all we should be concerned about. If we in win now mode, far as the way we thinking about this, if we in win now mode, the only thing you should be concerned about is how this affects the cap. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it affects the cap positively. That's what he just showed you.
Indeed. And let me just put it like this. Because a lot of people don't really understand the salary cap, because every time they hear the average per year, they freak out. And that's not really the case. It's just like financing a vehicle, right? Let's say that you go out there, you work hard, you want to splurge, you want to finance an $80,000 C8 Corvette with a removable top and the mid-engine V8. Right, let's say you want to go crazy.
You riding clean.
We riding clean as a mug through the hood everywhere, right? So let's say you want to finance that. It's an $80,000 vehicle. You are not going to pay the full $80,000 up front, nor are you going to break it down into installments of $20,000, $20,000, $20,000, $20,000. That's not really how it works. You're going to pay a down payment on the vehicle 9 times out of 10. Let's say you want to pay 20% of that. Let's say you're going to pay $20K up front because you got
down payment will be the signing bonus in this analogy.
In this analogy, that would be the signing bonus. So you're going to be paying part of that up front anyway. That will be prorated over the life of the contract. So then you'll be making basically the equivalent of a monthly payment on your quarterback. And it may not always be the same. For example, Dak Prescott himself, this last deal, he was AP average per year was $40 million a year, right? 160 4 years. But that's not really what you gave Dak Prescott. So the first year of that contract, as shown by Exhibit A to the court of public opinion, he only made 17.2 against the cap that year. Right, so there was really nothing holding him back. Like there were backup quarterbacks and Rudy Poo quarterbacks making more than Dak Prescott in 2021. 2022, he still did not cost the Dallas Cowboys $20 million. So you still got more for what you paid for. I give a damn about the interceptions. He won you a playoff game, your first road playoff game in 30 years. He still had over 25 touchdowns on the season, only playing 12 games. So you still got your money worth out of one Rain Dakota Prescott.
Dak always played above what we paid him. That's facts, one thing we can say. And even though people want to say he didn't, well, the numbers and the results don't say the same. You know what I'm saying?
And then last year, that man was a second-team All-Pro, second in MVP voting, led the NFL in passing touchdowns, only had 9 interceptions, only had 11 total turnovers. This man had 38 total touchdowns on the season because he had 2 rushing as well. won your division, and he only made $26.8 million. So not only did he ball, but you got $50 million worth of production at under $27 million.
Then
So
just like you said, you can make that. The way they stretch it out is exactly what we see on the screen. You can pay him whatever you want for that year. You can make the last year be just like they did. This is a prime example. This last year was how much he would have been against the cap. This is why you got to extend him. It would have been an outrageous number. What, 59 million?
59.4.
This year coming up, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you have a figure like that, because they know that they can push it down the line. You see what I'm saying? They can pay him whatever they want each year, long as he get the total amount what the contract tell him he get. You see what I'm saying? So they can say, okay, you get 25 this year, you get 35 next year. Like, they can pay you however they want to pay you with the money. That's why the signing bonus be so important, because they look at it like, I'll get this money now. You know what I'm saying? This is my money I get now. Then it be a certain amount that's guaranteed. That be what's most important to the people that signing the contract. The cap hit, they like, okay, that's just paycheck money. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll give me this. Long as they add up to what my contract says, we good. You know what I'm saying? That's how most people operate when they thinking about getting a contract done.
Right. Go ahead.
And no, I was gonna say, just like, when you get a contract, I mean, you guys did a really good. Both you guys did a really good job of breaking it down, because that's exactly how it works. But also, you got to remember that the signing bonus money, to the signing bonus and the guaranteed money, the way these athletes are being groomed now, they're being groomed that's really the only money of this contract that you're actually going to see. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because there are so many controlling factors. And you guys got, not you guys, the nation has to remember that a lot of these contracts, if not every single one of them, is also going to be some type of incentive based. So it's like, your contract can be $100 million, right? And then they say, if as an agent, my job as an agent is to get you as much of that $100 million as possible right now. That's my first job. So then I come to you and I say, okay, since we were able to sign a deal before such and such date, we want a signing bonus of blah, 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 $30 million. Okay. So now that $100 million contract is on paper, $100 million, but the Cowboys are only responsible for what? Now $70 million. Why? Because we just gave you $30 million right now. Then they're going to take that balance of $70 million and they're going to divide it over years. Now, I'm going to tell you some other stuff that the NFL, they can actually do now. They can equally divide it, and they can also create what's called dead years, where they actually put fake years on the end of the contract, and they then divide it. Because you got to remember, if you're dividing 70, if you divide 70 by 3, it's going to be a greater number than dividing 70 by 5. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they put dead years on it. And they're basically only there to bring the cap hit down. Because you guys remember,
they end up having to pay people after they done too, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you,
oh, that $36 million in 2025, you don't give them an extension.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. A lot of when I was younger in the content, I used to be wondering, like, damn, how could you if somebody told me that, and I want everybody to think about their ex, right? Think about your ex right now.
I'm good.
Me too.
For 2 seconds. Can you think about your ex for 2 seconds? You gotta think. You think about throwing some doo-doo on it. Think about your ex, right? Now, if I told you, hey man, you gotta pay $6 million for her to leave. A lot of us might have rethought that relationship. You know what, man?
It's cheaper to keep her.
Yeah. And I used to think about, like, why would someone pay somebody to have them leave? Like, that doesn't make no sense. Why would you willingly? And I'm gonna tell you the reason being. The reason being is because of this. First off, the money that they're paying them with doesn't go against the cap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So since it's not going against their cap, since it's not money that they're responsible for, you're okay with letting Zeke walk in and having to say, okay, yeah, I got to pay Zeke $6 million. Now, most teams, that's how they move. That's not how the Dallas Cowboys move. Even though Zeke's money's not being counted against him, I know it's being counted against him. You want to know why? Because it just came up. It came up last week when they were talking about the running back position. How the hell are you talking about Zeke's money, even though it's on the team, and he's even though the money is on the books, how is that a factor in what you're doing, bruh? If that's the case, you should have just kept him.
Yeah.
If his money is affecting what you're doing, then you got to come to the conversation. It's like, because I'm going to tell you this right here, landlord. For all the folks out here that want to save some money, let's save some money. Go turn your car in. Get a bus pass.
People ain't willing to do what it takes to actually,
But you
get better.
but you want to save money though, right? I'm just saying, everybody want to save money.
Don't drink no more Starbucks coffee for the rest of your life.
You want to save some money though, right?
Eat some noodles, man. That steak, that steak is out the pay grade. You got to eat.
No more
But my
steak
question
meal.
is this: why don't we do that? Even though everybody talks about saving money, why don't you see more people turning their car in and getting on the bus? You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, even though you're saving the money, you also lose the luxury of having what? The car.
Yeah.
Yep. Cause listen, you just can't hop on the bus when you want to. You can hop in that C8 at 1:15 in the morning and drive down to the Waffle House where everybody at after the club
and see you a good fight and everything at Waffle House.
Don't get into an argument with your girl before that last bus come. Your ass might be walking home.
Man. Look, it's people like from like the north and stuff that don't know nothing about Waffle House, but all they know is they be fighting there. They be like, yeah, they be fighting at the Waffle House, daughter. I ain't never ate there, but they be fighting there all the time. Like,
hey, I got one. I got one. Y'all, a lot of y'all might not be familiar with. What y'all know about the Huddle House?
Huddle House. We got Huddle House down here. We got Huddle House.
We had one. We had one in El Dorado. Yeah, we had one in El Dorado.
That's the pancake place.
It's just like Waffle House.
It's like Waffle House, but
it's a little better.
It's smack a little bit better than Waffle House.
Honestly, it's a little better because it's a little like mom and popish. Like they actually cooking in there. You know what I'm saying?
I think there might be one right there by that freeway.
Where you stay at, MJ? MJ say he got a Huddle House. Where you stay at? That's interesting. Look, that's something else I noticed. Like, bro, we can't talk like that, but it's weird that these big franchise, I'm gonna just say the word weird. It's weird, right? That I'm from the South, I'm from Alabama. We got Piggly Wigglies. Do y'all got Piggly Wigglies in Arkansas?
Well, I ain't got not where I'm at.
You ain't never heard of Piggly Wiggly?
I heard of Piggly Wiggly because I hear people rap about Piggly Wiggly.
Okay, we have Piggly Wiggly. And Piggly Wiggly literally got stores all over the Southeast. But it's like a line that they do not cross. You know that they got some kind of understanding, like, look, y'all stay down there, we up here. Like, it's not the point that they're not a big enough company to go up there. It's just like they got some kind of business agreement, like, look, don't pass this threshold. Y'all can have the South down there. Don't come past this line right here. This our territory up here. So it's just crazy how they separate as far as the businesses go. Cause like they got enough money. They got enough money to go up there if they wanted to, but it's an underhanded agreement.
Real quick. Shout out to this is my mama right here, man. This Paula Aaron in the building. What's up with you?
How you doing, Mama Henny?
Yeah, she said, is it true about Jimmy Johnson being an advisor for the Cowboys? Not kind of, sort of. It's not an official position. He just out there running his mouth with Jerry Jones catching up. It's not like he's gonna have any personnel power or anything like that. He pretty much just was saying that him and Jerry Jones are cool again and they be talking about football. It's not like an official position or anything. So I wouldn't really get my hopes up about that.
I believe he asked one question and now ta-da, he an advisor. You know what I'm saying? He answered one question and that was it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, hey, if you think about it, everybody from the 90 Cowboys is an advisor. He be with Emmitt Smith talking to him all the time. Michael Irvin talking with him all the time. Troy Aikman talked about the conversations he be having with Jerry and him giving his opinion. So listen, everybody that's been tied to the 90 Cowboys that were playing for him, everything else, coaching for him, they all be talking to Jerry. Has that paid dividends for the Dallas Cowboys?
No.
All right. He talked to
nice though.
Yeah, he talked to all these great football minds. He had Deion Sanders and his son out there to the Seattle game. They were chopping up, big boy kicking it, chopping up about football. Has any of that translated to them making good football decisions? Because West Coast, how many of the other moves that they made over the years have you agreed with? Because you didn't agree with them. Oh, okay. This is my daddy on her profile. What's up, Pops?
Oh, what's happening,
Speaking of
Mister?
Fox, let me take this phone call real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you need me to just put you in the background?
There you go.
Okay, I put Cuz in the background. He'll pop back in. But I know that he didn't agree with them extending Michael Gallup, right? He didn't agree with them trading away Amari Cooper. I know he didn't agree with them cutting Ezekiel Elliott. He didn't agree with them franchise tagging Tony Pollard. And I really didn't agree with most of that either. Right? For the most part, most of it.
Yeah.
So like they've been making horrible football decisions for a very long time. For a very long time. So
they caught up with us this year. Cause think about how we handled free agency. We did 2 moves that was okay. I wasn't opposed to the Brandon Cooks move. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a wide receiver. I guess they said, "Hey, landlord, you want a wide receiver? Boom, here you go." Even though it wasn't a particular one I wanted, but they gave me one. Then you got Stephon Gilmore. I liked that move too. So at least I told you, I feel like they put their toe in the water of free agency this year. Hopefully they didn't convince them to actually dive in the free agency pool this year. You know what I'm saying?
He said, I damn sure didn't agree with cutting Jalen. In hindsight, with what they did at linebacker after Jalen Smith, it probably wasn't a bad idea to keep him. When
And
you think
LVE too.
Yeah, because think about it. They cut Leighton Vander Esch, and all they did was move. They cut Jalen Smith, and all they did was move Leighton Vander Esch to his spot. They did not make us better.
MJ, you preaching to the choir, my boy.
He said we need a big receiver that fit Dak. Yeah, because listen, sometimes it's not even about just getting rid of the player, but you don't ever have a backup plan. We cut Zeke, and then we compounded that by not getting a running back in one of the best running back classes. So we got Deuce Vaughn, and so we went into the season with an injured Tony Pollard, Rico Dow with an injury history,
Malik never seen before.
Yeah, never really seen Malik Davis, and they shown they don't like that man.
A first year starter tight end.
Yeah, and a 5'5" running back in Deuce Vaughn. It was like a 6th round pick. And now this year, going into the season, can y'all guess who's on the contract for the Dallas Cowboys at the running back spot? Take a wild guess who's actually on the contract right now.
Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah, you're
Malik Davis.
And then the fullback. Those are the 3 running backs the Dallas
Hunter
Cowboys.
Lipke.
Yeah, so Hunter Lukey, Malik Davis, and Deuce Vaughn are the only running backs the Dallas Cowboys got on the contract. If you want Rico Dow back, you have to give him a contract. If you want Tony Pollard back, you have to give him a contract. So your running back room is in shambles at this point.
We need to rebuild it anyway. We need to be reconstructing this running back room right now. You know what I'm saying? We should have did it last year, honestly. Because look, you could tell this was out of a grudge that Stephen Jones and them had. They like, I'm not paying no more money for a running back, bro. You get Rico Dowdle. That's what they said. Man. They said, we're not paying no more money. We gave Tony Pollard $10 million, so now you finna get Rico. they ain't want to pay not one other red cent for the running back room, bro. They said no. So I think that was terrible for real, bro, because like, nothing against Rico, because he had some moments, and he did decent, but like I'm talking about before us walking into the season with Rico Dow, do we really feel confident in that? Like before we seen him, like is that a good move? Is that a good move? Like no, like it seemed like y'all tripping. Like what you mean, Rico Dow? That's all we going into the season with? Like that don't even sound right. So we could tell. At the beginning, like, don't look at the results. We talking about the risk they took coming into the season. Just like I said, Jake Ferguson had a good year. When we went into the season, did that look like a good idea?
No, because we hadn't seen it. And that's the thing. The Dallas Cowboys prioritize their projections over actual production. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to keep Dalton Schultz on the team. People were telling me,
go get school.
I mean, people were telling me about scheme fit, and he went over. God has a sense of humor. People were trying to tell us for months that he wouldn't fit in the West Coast offense, and he got signed by a team that ran the West Coast offense, and he was successful.
All I cared about was how much we paid him. I thought we was gonna do some money, get some money, like use the money in another way,
and they did.
That failed to happen. And I was confident in Ferg. That proved to be true. But
Peyton Hendershot,
we could have had both of them though.
Yeah, because
And
listen,
Peyton, bro.
fell off the
Peyton
cliff.
made all us look foolish. I say that. Like, listen, even if you don't regret letting go Dalton Schultz, and you know me, I didn't regret letting them go because I had full confidence in Ferg. But I think we need to be. I think we all been humbled as a fan base, y'all. Think about this. We trusted Peyton Hendershot. We did. We did.
They trusted Peyton Hendershot.
No. After what we seen last year, we thought Peyton. We projected Peyton to be a good player, bro. We did. Let's be honest. Most of us did.
Y'all did.
Come on, bro. You
know damn well.
You did think in an increased role. You didn't think Hendershot was gonna do nothing.
Man, do you not remember me arguing with Star right here on the show about them trying to sell me on Ferg and Hendershot? I was standing on the table for Dalton Schultz, remember? And y'all calling me crazy.
I ain't gonna count. Kellen Moore kind of made that shit look good with them though. With the tight ends, I ain't even gonna sit up here and lie. Don't stone me. I'm just being real. Kellen had them cooking with the tight ends. You remember we was using 4 tight ends.
Man,
like, Kellen was going crazy with the tight ends though. Like, being real, he was.
Hey, but MJ, Schultz would have been better than Schoonmaker and Peyton Hendershot. Nobody can deny that. Nobody can deny that.
Facts.
Let me see what my pop said. He said a weak front office makes a weak team. That ain't a lie.
True.
And listen, I know he upset because I offered to take him to the Cowboys Raven game. He said he talked about he didn't want to go. I'm gonna recheck his temperature closer to the season, but we going to the game. He just don't know it
yet. You gonna tell her, hey Pop, let's go to the store. And now he at the game.
Yeah, like he gonna just hop in, he's gonna hop in the car and El Dorado end up in Dallas.
Go to sleep, Pop. You good. But yeah, John Steven Jr., but that's another hurt player. We had high hopes for him, but it didn't come through for him. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully he can come back off that injury and ball out, but we don't know. We haven't seen it. And then we haven't seen him getting starter reps either. So that's another step here how to take.
Man, that's sad, man, because the Dallas Cowboys didn't get anything out of their rookie class. And, I felt like Overshown and John Steven Jr. would have gave the Dallas Cowboys something. And
that's
for
the
both,
L we took, bro.
Both of them getting hurt. They got hurt in the same game, bro.
We took a big L with that rookie class, y'all. Like, I swear that the disappointment in that season started at the draft. It did. It did. And I was there. We was there live to witness it, too.
Man, it was
that's heartbreaking.
We stopped everything we were doing and went out there and had a group meet.
Man, we seen Schoonmaker. We was in shambles.
Man,
it's nothing against the player, but we just had so much more talent out there, man. We seen so much talent out there.
He said, "A dog, you just beat the brakes." Y'all so crazy.
Somebody said, landlord, I saw Nick Chubb was available. You don't like him? What he did last year.
Nick Chubb got hurt too, though. So he coming off of a catastrophic knee injury. So I don't even know if Nick Chubb is actually available. Okay, he said he's on the bubble with the Browns, according to Heavy.com. So there are rumors that they might move on from him. But he will also
for cheap. That sounds like Stephen Jones' menu right now.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of bringing in folks with injury histories, man.
We've been tired, but we talking about them right now. When we talk about what we want to do, that's a whole different discussion. But I'm talking about Steve. We got to be cautious on him. He'll sign a hurt player in a minute and say, hey, we got the full player just to be cheap. So you got to watch him.
All right. So I wanted to ask you about this. I want to ask both of y'all, but I guess we'll spin the block on this question when Wes get back in here, man. So this is it's list season. So according to NFL, these are the top 10 quarterbacks in the National Football League. They got, so listen, let's just get through.
Did they try to call? Did they do this to piss landlord off? That's what they did.
They did it to piss America off. Because man, I see Lamar Jackson,
Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes number 3 is wild.
Yeah, Patrick. I'm just gonna get through the list. Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, C.J. Stroud, Tua, and Kirk Cousins. going into the 2024 season.
You notice that it's weird to see Matthew Stafford consistently over Dak Prescott when you look at the years they had. And like Matthew is a known quarterback to be good, but like you living off old bodies and they letting you. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm gonna just ask this question: how can Lamar Jackson? And I get it, he won the MVP, but how can Lamar Jackson be QB1 over the Super Bowl MVP?
How could even Josh Allen be in the mix right now?
Man, Josh Allen
If anything, Dak Prescott supposed to been what Josh Allen is. If anything.
And I got a question. Like, so if you put him up there for being the league MVP, how can Dak Prescott be number 2 for being the second place MVP?
It's always some cowboy bias going on. Remember that. Make no mistake about that.
And I'm not even trying to put Dak right there because obviously Patrick Mahomes need to be up here, right? You obviously got to put Patrick Mahomes right here.
That's supposed to be at least 3.
He got to be at least 3.
I give Pat number 1, but then you give Lamar Jackson number 2 because he won Super Bowl. I mean, what's it called? MVP. And I don't agree. He should have won it. I don't agree with him being number 2, but I guess just on that principle alone. But after that, very, very, very closely after that, it should be Dak Prescott for sure.
I mean,
he's better than Jared Goff. He's been better than Jared Goff his whole gosh darn career. So what are they talking about?
I mean, how you put Jared Goff over Matthew Stafford, who has a Super Bowl?
Have Jared Goff ever been better than Dak?
Never
in his life.
This is one that people are asking about Kurt Cook, but listen, I will say this: Kurt was going crazy for
Kurt be balling low key though, but he don't get the wins in the playoffs and all that stuff, so they hate him out too.
Yeah, he got hurt this year, so I understand that. So there might be a legitimate argument that I just thought about one other thing. There's not a Joe Burrow on here.
That's ridiculous. CJ Stroud on there, no Burrow.
No Burrow.
Throw the list away.
Yeah, so who else was a good quarterback? You see your boy Jalen Hurts ain't on here.
I ain't gonna lie, I agree with that.
Yeah, he probably like 11. He threw 15 picks.
It's crazy how the whole league catching up the landlord. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? They finally catching up. That's all I'm saying. Watch what your boy do with Kellen Moore though. That's what I want you to see. Look, if Kellen Moore had that boy throwing the ball like that, man, watch what I say. You gonna see the real Jalen. The Eagles might be looking for another quarterback.
Man,
watch what I tell you.
That man just signed his deal. He gonna be an Eagle for a long ass time.
The Eagles. One thing about the Eagles, they'll get you up out of there now.
Hey, they done gave this man like a 5-year deal with like 2 dummy years on it. It's gonna be hard to move on with that
Eagles
boy.
Get your ass up out of there.
They will, but the way his contract is constructed, it's gonna be hard. Like he ain't got a Carson Wentz contract. He got his agent is a gangster, and like his agent is a gangster. She went and got everything for that boy. He got a no trade clause, no tag clause, bunch of dead money years on there. They ever thought about cutting them? Like she went crazy on that boy contract. He said Josh Allen. Yeah, Josh Allen had almost 30 turnovers this year, man, and he is the craziest thing. They gave him a first place MVP vote over Dak Prescott. Dak did not get a single first place vote. Somebody that were extra weird and did not watch any of the it said this is Shook's list. It's some weird person that works for NFL.
The hell is Shook?
He know him. He was shook when he made this this list. Like, man, they're gonna jump me if I don't put this on here.
Yeah, he got peer pressured into making this list by the powers that be, because no person with a real functioning brain would have thought that was the right list to make. So I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna put some background music on to Cuz come back in here, because it just be so monotone when it's just 2 people talking.
But I don't know about that list. They need to be listed and sent away or something. I don't know. That's crazy.
Man. He said before Debo and Cordell Patterson, McCarthy used Ty Montgomery the same way at Green Bay. Does Dallas have a player like that, not Turpin too small? Not really. Tony Pollard should have been used like that. Should have caught more balls at the background and stuff, but I can't really say. All right, so you back, cuz?
Can't hear you.
Say something.
He ain't there.
He moving.
He can't. He ain't got no volume.
Yeah, we can't hear nothing this man saying.
I don't know what he doing. He doing some Egyptian shit. He built the pyramids today.
He said he built the pyramids.
Wow.
Yeah, go. We can't hear nothing you saying though.
Can't hear you. He throwing the hissy fit now.
We can't hear you.
No volume.
It said they had a gun to that boy head making that list.
Fact.
Man, they was just they forced. Say something, Wes.
They had that man here hostage. Bro, you can't hear his background or nothing. He's not on there, bro. You can't hear nothing.
Man, I'm trying to wheel him in here, man.
Will, come on, man.
Yes,
Your
no.
name is Hen, okay? Not Will. I'm just
Man, he said they run faster than this electric chair. What is y'all talking about in the chat
Wait a
box?
minute. The chat box just be going awry sometimes. It's like, what's going on here? Look, you know, we be content creating and stuff, and we be busy and stuff, and then we check the chat box, and then you never know what kind of conversation they having over there. Like, you look, then just your look, you come mid-conversation, you don't know what's going on. Like, what the hell was this?
Man,
You step right into the middle of an incomplete topic. Like, what happened? I don't know.
no earthly idea.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let me ask you a question about that list. Why Jordan Love ain't on there then, if that's the case? The man was second in the NFL in passing touchdowns.
But they
And
giving Josh Allen all this love, and he had 30 turnovers.
Yeah, like what's going on, man? Like
30
why?
turnovers is like that's very outlandish when you say it out loud.
That's some Jameis Winston shit.
If Dak would have did that, bro, they would have tried to get Dak up out of here. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Man, they would have tried to assassinate Dak Prescott. He be up there at the press conference. Put the scope on there.
Man, they gave Dak the almost the electric chair for 15 last year.
Man, that man had to wear the scarlet leather. You ever read that book?
Let's talk about this too. Since the season over, you can say stuff like this. Give Dak Prescott a little love for not fumbling the ball that much no more either. Dak hardly ever fumble the ball these days. You know,
that's very true.
Some quarterbacks have 5, 6 fumbles a year. Dak might have 1 or 2. I don't even know if he had now this year.
I don't remember. I think he had the one in the Eagles game. I think he had like 2.
Yeah.
Hey, Wes, say something.
But it's shit. How many Josh Allen had? About 10?
Too many to count.
Shh.
Let's see how many did Josh Allen had. And I was just looking at it, and Trevor Lawrence fell off a cliff this year too.
He had interceptions and turn fumbles.
All right, so let's take a look.
Shout out to El Professor with the 199 for your mind. He says, "Am I the only one who celebrated a Niners loss?" No, you not, sir. No, you not, sir. Go watch my reaction after that Niners game. I was lit, El Professor. Shit. I had a party on my show. I said, hey, they say you shouldn't celebrate the failures of your ops. I disagree. I turned up in my show. Shit, you crazy. Them boys would have passed us. No, that's celebration worthy.
He had 7 fumbles.
7 fumbles is madness. How many Dak had?
Let me pull it up.
I bet money he ain't have more than 5.
He probably only had like 3 or 4.
I bet money he ain't have more than 5. He probably ain't had number 1 or 2.
4. He had 4. All right, he had 4 fumbles. Let me see how many he actually lost. Because there's a difference. There's a difference between.
Because I don't think he lost. I don't remember him losing no 4 fumbles.
He didn't lose 4. I know for a fact. Fumbles lost. I think he only lost 2. So let me see.
Yeah, so we turned up for the Niners loss.
Man, it was a national event.
I was lit. I don't care what them folks say. Y'all happy we lost? Yes, I am. Absolutely, I am, sir. What else do you want to know? You know what I'm saying? Move along. What else you got to say?
I think he might be back.
Say something.
Yellow.
Yeah.
All right.
Building with it. You in the building with it. But what other topics y'all want to talk about today, man? What else going out there in the cowboy world?
Man, I got screenshots for shit like this, man.
He said, "Don't play with me, man. Go on, load it up, then.
Man, I'm just
Do your
going to
thing."
see. I got 2 mock drafts. I want to
Hey,
see which
shout out
one of
El
them.
Professor too. I don't know if I told him, but shout out to El Professor for the cash app. Appreciate you, my boy.
Appreciate
Indeed,
y'all.
he a real one, man. He always show love to everybody.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna show y'all this first one. I'm gonna see how y'all feel, and we'll also talk about who our ops get because that does affect the Dallas Cowboys, like who the Eagles and the Giants and the Commanders get affectors. So this one got me a little shook. Caleb Williams going to the Bears. That's fine. Jaden Daniels coming to the NFC East. That dude is a ball. That's the best quarterback in the draft to me. I said that loud and personally, but he's the best quarterback in the draft. I want him to stay far the hell away from our division. Marvin Harrison going to the
Patriots. Without Belichick, though, I don't even. Well, maybe they is gonna drop some weapons over there.
You never know. Malik Neighbors going to Arizona makes a lot of sense.
I doubt it though. Are they trusting my boy Mac? Is they actually gonna give Mac a weapon?
Mac gone. Like
so
Mac
who gonna be the quarterback?
No telling. They might sign Kirk Cousins. You got to remember there are free agent quarterbacks you can go get.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, they did my boy Mac wrong. I'm gonna sign a petition. We gonna march on the we gonna march to Boston. Okay, don't do my boy like that, man. Y'all dirty.
All right, so let's
low down. You're low down.
Joe Alt tackle going to the Chargers. That sound like some some John Harbaugh stuff. Go ahead, protect this quarterback. Roma Dunze going to the Giants.
We got corners. We good.
Oh, do we got corners?
Yeah, we got Trey. We got Durant.
All right, who the third one?
Jordan Lewis.
He a free agent. All right.
Kyle Uzi.
He a free agent too. We gonna sign him?
Yeah, Kyle Uzi. Yeah, I like Uzi.
No, I mean, I don't mind bringing Gilly back. It's just a question of what the Dallas Cowboys are gonna do.
They should sign Gilly if he want to come back, bro. It'll be dumb not to sign.
He was vocal about wanting to come back. I'll let Cuz come back and rock.
Let Gilly come back, bro. That'll be a mistake. Like then think about it. Gilly played so well that we missed Trey, but we didn't miss Trey to the degree that we thought we would miss Trey. And then think about this: we thought we was getting Gilly as a number 2, basically.
He really had
Gilly
to play
played number 1 most of the year. So just imagine if he would have been a number 2 corner. Like this would have been some shutdown stuff. Like, and then Zimmer liked them press man, the man-to-man corners too. So he might cook with Gilly and Trey. So hey,
I think it's interesting that this mock draft has freaking the Giants passing on a quarterback, even though their quarterback was only going to win the deal. You have the Titans.
They got that boy a super bag though, Daniel Jones.
Yeah. But I thought his contract. I thought the contract was what was the contract they gave Daniel Jones last year?
Let me take a look. Let me pull up Daniel Jones' contract. I still would have got him.
But still, Atlanta passing on a quarterback, Chicago passing on a quarterback, the Jets passing on a quarterback. I don't know if Drake may. I would think that at least the Jets would probably take him, or Atlanta. Atlanta would be a fool to not take a quarterback.
Atlanta damn sure would take a quarterback. And listen, I feel like Atlanta still might make a play for Justin Fields. Like I think the going rate they said for Justin Fields is a 2nd and a 4th. Like Atlanta would be a fool not to trade for Caleb Williams. Matter of fact, that might be the scenario. They might be thinking about that. Cause think about it. If Caleb Williams is going to be the quarterback in Chicago, then Justin Fields is out. So Justin Fields going to be somewhere. So maybe one of these teams in their algorithm has him as a quarterback and don't need to draft one. That would be the only thing that would make it make sense though.
Mm-hmm.
And then listen, Drake May being at 11 mean Kirk Cousins out, so he's starting somewhere else.
They probably ain't gonna want to sign Kirk no more. Kirk gonna want that bag.
If Kirk don't do nothing, he gonna get paid.
Kirk gonna want that bag, and I don't blame him.
Man.
Like they be blaming they blame the quarterbacks that they don't like for team success. Think about that. They blame the quarterbacks they don't like for team success, and then they protect quarterbacks they do like from team success.
True.
That this is something. This is normal practice out here in this Twitter world and these mainstream media circus. It's crazy.
So let's see. Terry and Arnold ended up going to Denver. They need a quarterback.
Who? Denver.
Because
They got what you call them. They just gave up a house for him.
I mean, I think they finna give up on Russ again. I'm pretty sure Russ is like the rumors are that Russ ain't gonna be there this year.
Well, Russ got another
Where
room.
would he go?
Somebody gonna sign his ass. Why?
Somebody sign him. Maybe the Saints.
The Falcons need to sign him.
Like somebody will take a waiver.
Falcons ain't had a quarterback since Matt Ryan.
I know, right? Nate Wiggins, cornerback for Colts, and they do got a quarterback. They just drafted a quarterback last year. Brock Bowers going to Seattle. I guess that works. Kool-Aid McKenzie going to the Jaguars. I like Kool-Aid. I have no idea about Jazon Newton. I don't know if he's a good defensive line player, but I do know about Dallas Turner.
Dallas Turner going to the Rams over there with Aaron Donald. That could be nasty.
Your boy JC Layton.
Latham. He's a good.
And listen, so this means the Dolphins are going to let Connor Williams walk if they draft Jackson Powers Johnson.
I'll sign Connor Williams.
I would sign Connor Williams back.
I'll sign him.
All right.
Why not?
Cooper DeJean coming to the Eagles.
Time out. Can we do this real quick?
What's up?
Is Connor Williams better than Tyler Biadasz?
Yes.
Hey, can I ask a question, man? Just look, we have a long time to the draft.
Answer that real quick.
Go ahead.
Do you think Tyler Biadasz better than Connor Williams as a center?
I had to look at the film.
Yeah, because Connor Williams was on
Connor
track.
graded better. He got both of them Pro Bowlers, right?
No, but Connor Williams would have been an All-Pro if he had not gotten hurt.
Yeah,
there's levels to that shit.
There's levels to shit. Okay, that's an interesting debate right there, because you're gonna either have to kick Tyler Biadasz to the side for Connor Williams or what? You don't know.
Center is a weird position though in the NFL because, like, as long as you stay healthy and don't give up sacks, it's like
somebody sign you.
Exactly, like it's one of those. And the one thing you can play a long time. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was looking at this. I need to get live on Facebook real quick because I did not get back live on there. But I was looking at this, man, and I was thinking, man, I'm curious. How much it costs for us to go from 24 to number 4 to get that number 4 pick? Malik to get up there to number 4. Arizona has another pick at 27, so they would still be in the first round. I don't see why would you take a top. I'm sorry, I'm not in a deep wide receiver class. Listen to me. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 freaking 5 wide receivers going in the first round. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, no,
5 of them.
1, 2, 3, 4. Damn, there's another one at 32. Yeah.
5. Yeah. Like they got 5. Like this is really a deep wide receiver class. So since this is such a deep wide receiver class, bro, I'm not taking one fourth. I'm not taking a wide receiver 4th overall. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it.
There's a difference at the dudes you would take 3 and 4 than the dudes you would take at.
Listen, you know what I learned? I love, as much as I love Jefferson, I think he's a great guy. Jefferson he ain't the difference in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? It take more than just a big receiver to throw to. And I think Arizona, they need more than a freaking number 4 overall wide receiver. So it's like
it's a start because
it's a start, but you don't even know who's gonna.
Kyler Murray, that quarterback.
Kyler is I ain't saying he's great, or I tell you this,
healthy.
He'll be better with Malik Labels, and I tell you that much. I bet money.
I feel like this. A team like Arizona needs more than just dropping a number 4 overall wide receiver number. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, they already done dropped the first round offensive tackle on there. They can't go tackle every position.
These
wide receivers, yeah, you can. Cowboys did. Hell, you mean? Yeah, you can. You could draft the same position every year until you get it right.
These wide receivers is wild this year, man. And now, hold on, they only got 1, 2, 3, 4 going.
There's some people missing from this list that got first round grades on them.
They only got 4 going in the first.
Hey, on this one, because you got to think about it. Troy Franklin's not up here, from my understanding. Keon Coleman not up there. both the Texas boys. So Wes, I will give you this: if it falls like this for the Dallas Cowboys, and there's like 5 of the other dudes that we like in the second,
I'm
I can
good with
I
it.
can live with this with the draft that we had.
The only worry
And
I
listen to me.
have in that situation, hold up, this the only thing
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna say. The only worry I would have in that situation is it'll go back to where I think Wes said that one of y'all said this yesterday. I feel like if he a first round wide receiver, he will get the ball. A second round receiver,
Prime
it
receiver's
might
not going to get the ball
it
over
might be
CeeDee
up
Lamb.
for debate at that point. So that's what made me. I wanted to get a first round receiver so we can definitely use him because I think he'll be good enough to be used, and I
Bruh.
think it'll help the team in the long run. So, but a second round receiver, they might hate him out. I don't
Man,
know.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. There should be nobody getting the ball over CeeDee Lamb, especially if they do not sign him. If they do not sign, if listen to me, if you sign CeeDee Lamb, you can do it. You can go do it. You want to know why?
And
Because
that's
the
what I
bag
want
is
them to
like,
do.
They gon' sign
And
CeeDee
that's
Lamb.
listen, but
exactly what I
listen,
want.
but listen to me. Y'all is up here preaching. Y'all up here vouching for the wrong dudes, bruh. Don't be vouching for them dudes in the street. Because guess what? If they don't come with that money, if they listen to me, landlord, if they don't come with that money, they gonna pull you in they bullshit. If you hear
He
me.
ain't lying.
So don't be vouching for them boys, man. You don't know
He
them,
ain't
Jerry. You don't
lying.
know them Joneses like that, bro. Don't be vouching for them in the streets, bro. Oh, I
Man,
put it on my blood. No, don't put that on your tab. You don't know them like that.
Wes said
hey,
literally.
Like literally, don't put them on your tab,
I
bro.
will say this: if they don't sign CeeDee Lamb, they shouldn't draft a wide receiver. That'd be some messy shit.
Yeah, nah, that'll
And
be.
then let's just be
But
real.
time out. That's some Jones shit though. That's some
But
Jones.
no, I'm gonna tell you. Let's just be
They'll
real.
be look. Next time you know they'll be like CeeDee Lamb who?
Facts. Hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all this is what I. Hey, you can take that down. We just chop it. You can take it down, Henny. But listen, This is what I'm thinking too, right? If you're listen to me. It's the difference between being real and being realistic. This is what I try to realize about life. Was being real and realistic. What's being real is saying the Dallas Cowboys are going to sign CeeDee Lamb and he's going to get signed because that's what's real. That's what should really happen. What's realistic though? What's realistic? CeeDee Lamb is not getting signed, bruh. That's what's like. Let's just okay. We're
Are
all.
you well? You just blowing in the mic.
My
I
shit,
know whatever.
I had to check my shit. I
Oh,
had,
okay.
my shit is janky.
All right.
Hey, but listen, if we were in Vegas and you got to put $1,000 on Cowboys signing CeeDee Lamb this year, or the Cowboys not signing CeeDee Lamb this year, I'm sorry, fam. I'm putting the $1,000 on him not getting signed.
I didn't think it makes too much sense with your cap situation not to
I
give him
believe it,
extension.
but bro, okay, it made sense to sign Dak year 3. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they stupid. I know they do
But
stupid shit.
I do not foresee Dak Prescott getting a bag, CeeDee Lamb getting a bag. I don't foresee seeing it, bro. Like
My only,
one of these dudes is gonna bite that dream and oh man, you're gonna be a cowboy. We're gonna do business for life.
I'm just
Because
trying to see.
go ahead.
I was just trying to see where our cap money gonna be at then if nobody gets signed. If they don't sign Dak or CeeDee Lamb, I'm trying to
Oh,
see how you
Dak's
get.
gonna get signed. Dak is gonna get signed.
So
Dak is
Dak,
gonna
No,
get
so
signed.
so so you think Dak's gonna get an extension and CeeDee Lamb won't?
No, Dak will for sure get signed.
man, y'all
Dak
keep
will for
playing with Steven if y'all want to. He'd be like, bro, this for the 2027 players.
yeah, bro. Dak is
Man,
going to get signed. But you know the funny thing about it
Man,
is
might not sign
the
nobody.
question is this. The question is this. This is the question just Stephen Jones is gonna ask himself. Because at this age, Jerry Jones is not thinking about this type of stuff. He's thinking about grandkids and other stuff. Yeah, he's thinking about the Cowboys, but he's thinking about grandkids and other stuff. Stephen Jones is trying to think about this right here. Can I get them to do it for as least minimal as possible? Because if you think about Stephen Jones, that's always been his MO. You know what I'm saying? And you guys got to remember, Stephen Jones has never won a Super Bowl as an owner. He's won a Super Bowl in the 90s as guys like us. Yes, he worked for Jerry Jones, but he was not in the facilitation that Jerry Jones is he's in right now, where he's viewed as the guy in charge. When Jerry Jones won them Super Bowls, that was Jerry and Jimmy. It was not a three-try. It was not Jerry, Jimmy, and Steven. That's not how it was. It was those two dudes. So think about this. Stephen Jones, when it all said and done, he knows about as much as winning the Super Bowl as us. as us. Just
Yeah.
because you was in the car when they did it don't mean that you was a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Jerry was in his prime in the 90s. I'm pretty sure he was not listening to his son, especially when his son jacked him up about getting Deion Sanders, which is proof that he wasn't listening to his son back then. You know what I'm saying? But Steven hasn't actually won one as the guy that in the position that Stephen Jones is right now. He has not won a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hold on. I'm gonna need El Professor to catch up on my work.
What he say?
El Professor, you must have been saying, bro. I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to say Brandon Cook's name around these folks these days.
Yeah, because man, you tripping, bro. Yeah, you mean you tripping.
They mad at me by Brandon Cook.
I'm not mad at you. Like, you just tripping.
They pissed off at me by Brandon Cook. When I say Brandon Cook's name, it be a ride with it be a picket signs out my front door. They holding up forks and tiki torches.
Bro, he had 2 targets, bro. He had 2 targets, bro. Noah Brown had more targets, bro. Go look at Noah Brown, bro. Listen to me. Noah Brown had more opportunities, bro.
Did you see his yards of separation?
Them first 3, go look. I think it was like the first 6 weeks of the season. Listen, they didn't actually start it. Nobody was really getting the ball at the beginning of the season. Like, I don't know what the hell happened with what was going on with the Cowboys, bro.
Professor finna set off a bomb asking me about Brandon Cooks.
Can I just say this about Brandon Cooks?
Go ahead.
Like, he's on the contract. He only got a year left. It makes no sense to move him. But at the same time, since he only has a year left, and I'm planning on cutting Michael Gallup, I still need to get a wide receiver in the draft.
I'm looking at.
I never said you, and I never said it. I just don't want one in the first round. That's all I was saying.
Okay. But look though, Wes, look. See, listen. We don't care about where we get a player until if he become a baller. We don't care.
Yeah, like, you do. In Dallas, you have to. I'll explain. Go ahead.
No, you don't. Because look, if we would have drafted Trayvon Diggs in the first, would you be happy?
Would I have been happy? Would I have been happy if we would have drafted him in the first round? I would be happier. I would be happier because you have a 5th-year option on him.
I'm saying,
like, think about this.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm saying it don't matter when they become a baller. You don't care. If you would have drafted Deron Bland in the first, you wouldn't have cared.
But think about this. If for the Joneses, for me personally, I'm gonna tell you this, landlord. To answer your question, for me, West Coast Cowboy, content government name, I agree with you. But remember, I'm thinking under the mind of Jerry Jones. For Jerry Jones, they would have loved to draft Trayvon Diggs in the first round. You want to know why? Because he would not be on that extension right now. Because he would have been on. He would not have that contract right now.
Would have franchised his ass.
Hell yeah, he would have, bro.
They did you dirty. But I'm just saying, I'm speaking from my standpoint. Like, if the player become a baller, I don't care. Like, the only time value matters is when it's draft time, in my opinion. Like, if after draft time, I'm asking, is he good or is he not? Is he a baller or is he not? That's all I care about. Like, I don't look at Deron Bland like a 5th-round pick. I look at Deron Bland like Deron Bland.
I was going to say the same thing about Dak Prescott. Like, if Dak Prescott was a 1st-round pick quarterback, his resume says he deserved to be a 1st-round pick. Because he's outplayed that 4th-round pick designation. So we gotta take away all of that power we give to some of those draft people because they don't be right all the time. Like, if that's the case, Brady would have forever been the way when he got drafted. 6th round,
very late. He would have been forever a 6th-round quarterback. Like, come on, man. Look at Purdy, just like Purdy.
Listen, I also want to say something too, and this is something I keep stressing. We need to listen, and I don't want to make nobody mad, but I'm about to piss everybody off. We need to stop.
Wait. No. Let me hit the button first. Let me. You say you're gonna piss people off, so
you should have let me say it first. Then you supposed to let me say it first. Then you're supposed to tell them what to do.
I had to warn them. Go ahead. This is gonna be the opposite of a warn. Just go ahead.
It's a disclaimer.
What the hell am I about to say? What I was about to say something super. Listen to me.
Piss everybody off.
We need to stop talking about draft so goddamn much, bruh. Listen, we need to stop talking about draft so much. Because when you talking about draft, you know what we've already said? That we're doing last year the exact same freaking way we did. We're going to do this year the exact same way we did last year. That means we're going to glaze right past free agency, bruh. And I'm going to tell you this right now. That is not if we do that, it doesn't matter what we do in the draft. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you guys want to know if West Coast is going to the draft, let me know what we do in free agency. If we don't do nothing in free agency, I'm not going, bruh. I'm not going, bro. That's a lot of money. It'd be hot as hell everywhere you go. In the last week of April, it's gonna be humid as hell. It's gonna be raining. Henny, you better tell them day 2. I almost didn't make it.
Man, this man said he had a 15,000 drop limit. I said, how? First and foremost, nigga, how did you come up with 15,000 drop?
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. And, listen to me. If the Cowboys don't do nothing to draft, I'm in free agency, bro. I'm not. Listen, if the same person who made the macaroni for Thanksgiving make it for Christmas, I'm not eating it, bro.
That's
I don't gotta eat it twice.
You know we agree with you, Wes, right? You do know that, right? We on the
I know,
same
but I'm just
page.
saying we gotta talk about free agency, man.
We just ain't talked about free agency because we trying. Look, this is what I'm gonna say. Far as the Cowboys go, far as Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones go, we know one thing. They will, as of late, they will try to fulfill their needs so they can go BPA in the draft. Now, they not gonna fill them to the degree that we want them to fill them. They just gonna get you a warm body at linebacker and say, hey, here you go. I got a linebacker just in case. Or look, I just got a defensive tackle just in case, so you won't say I don't have one. They gonna be cheap, but they are gonna fill those positions. So now when we go to the draft, more than likely they could be comfortable with BPA. So that's one thing about them. They
buy cheap diapers and they just tell the baby, they just put 2 extra diapers on them. He'll be all right.
Yeah, hey, they ain't gonna do it right, but they at least give you something to survive with.
So I put this together. I talked about this on the show earlier, and pretty much everybody that's contending or done been to a Super Bowl and won, they didn't just sit on their hands and say we like our guys and go through the draft. Like, if you just look at what the 49ers did over the years, when they didn't have a quarterback, they didn't draft a guy and pray and hope that he turned into something. They went and got Jimmy Garoppolo, who already had NFL starts on his belt, playing for injured Tom Brady coming out of that system. They didn't hope and pray to go get a running back. They traded for Christian McCaffrey, who was always one of the best running backs in the league, just had an injury problem.
Sugar Daddy, you're funny.
They went and got Trace Young and Randy Gregory. So, you know what's crazy? They went and got 2 of the best edge rushers in the NFC East and turned the boys into rotational players for themselves, man.
They was on a mission.
Man, they would listen. You remember people were sad that Randy Gregory left. What kind of contract we try to get Randy Gregory? Was it like a $70 million contract for Randy Gregory? We tried to pay
him. They got him in rotation. Sheesh.
They went out there. They said, "Hey, I need another defensive tackle." I know that we already been to a championship game and everything else with this defensive line. But let's go get Javon Hargrave. He just had 11 sacks for the Eagles. He helped them get there. I know he can help us.
You mean to tell me here? Wait a minute, time out. Pump your brakes, hold your horses. You mean to tell me that a contender went and paid for a defensive tackle?
Man, they went and paid.
That what you telling me?
Not only did they pay for a defensive tackle, they paid for a defensive tackle that gets sacks. So you know they paid some money for that.
Wow.
But remember, takes don't get paid like that.
So you mean to tell me that's legal in the United States?
Man, not only is that legal, they didn't even go and draft the cornerback. What they did is they went and saw Charvarius Ward, former Dallas Cowboy, by the way. They went and got Charvarius Ward from the Kansas City Chiefs, who was already proven to be one of the best man cover guys in the NFL, and they gave him a big old contract to come over and play corner for them. And you can go
not even talk about the unspeakable thing they did for a running back, because nobody wants a running back. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody wants a running back. Even if you go and look at Cincinnati, y'all remember when Cincinnati's been to multiple AFC championship games. Am I correct?
I know they've been to one. I don't know about multiple.
Multiple, because they lost to remember they
lost in the Super Bowl, and then who else?
They lost to Kansas City.
They lost to
They lost to Kansas City.
Yeah, they lost to Kansas City in the rematch. Remember they were calling it Burrowhead, and then Patrick Mahomes' dad said he's smoking on the Joe Burrow. That my dude.
That was last year.
Yeah, that was just the 2022 season. So
Burrow ain't even on the top 10 list.
Man, that was stupid. So listen, they pretty much built that defense in free agency. I know that they hit on Joe Burrow and Chase Young and T. Higgins, but that defense they built in free agency because they signed Von Bell, who was a very good box corner for the Saints. They went and got DJ Reader, who's a free agent again, to help them fill in their defensive line. They went and got Trey Henderson from the Saints, who had 13.5 sacks the year prior. Matter of fact, Trey Henderson had another good year. He had 17.5 this season. Cheeto Bay Awuzie, the former Dallas Cowboy. So like they went out there, they built a lot of their offense in the draft, but they built that championship caliber defense in free agency. Right, because they didn't just go get some nobodies. Like Trey Hendrickson just came off of a 13.5 sack season. You know, DJ Reader had been a dominant defensive tackle for the Houston Texans. Von Bell was like that, man.
Yeah. I think what we trying to stress is that the contenders go make moves. That's all we saying. The contenders go make moves instead of sitting on their hands and not doing nothing. And think about it. If you close, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to move with a sense of urgency. Why are we sitting back like we don't have a shot in hell to win nothing? Like, bro, like I said, we finna be sitting at 24 for 3 years straight. Right? Am I right on that?
Yep.
I know we was 24 last year. When we 24 the year before that too?
Yeah, I think that when Tyler Smith was drafted.
So why would we sit up here and wait at the bottom of the draft and then get mad when we get basically a second round pick and get mad when we basically sit up here and say, oh, no more first round graded people was there. I know they win because you waited to the end of the draft. Like,
shout out to Dak Prescott. That's Dak's fault.
I'm just saying, like, bro, please, this what you do. If you see a player, like this what I told him on the phone, it was a perfect analogy. You mean to tell me you just gonna wait on people you like? It ain't nobody you love in this draft that you feel like that could change this team? It ain't nobody that you love. If it's somebody that you love, go get them. You gonna sacrifice for something you love.
Yeah,
that's what you gonna do.
But I'm gonna tell you this right here: if you are in love with someone that bad and you feel you need to go up, that's because you didn't do nothing in goddamn free agency. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like I'm not one of them dudes that honestly believe that the Dallas Cowboys draft so well because I think we draft as good as everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody auntie got make a mean macaroni. I know, you know what I'm saying? But my auntie better than yours. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I've been eating it all my life. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly think the Cowboys, we draft just as well as everybody else, or we draft just as bad as everybody else. So it's like, we have to get away from the draft being Superman going into a dang phone booth and saving us. You know what I'm saying? Because we are probably one of the few teams that go into the draft with actual holes. That is ridiculous. You are not supposed to be going into the draft with holes. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like if your team is a cruise ship, a boat on the water, I might be able to go on the water with a broken mirror up top, but if you got a hole in the damn actual boat, bro, you can't sail this. You know what I'm saying? We're going into the draft with actual holes on your actual team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it almost voids what you get in the freaking draft anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever you get in the draft, since he's gonna have to play, it's gonna be a reach. Like a guy like Mozzie Smith. Think about this. Had we would have done what we were supposed to do, bring in 2 veteran defensive tackles, then you draft Mozzie Smith, y'all thinking like, damn, we drafted Mozzie Smith, his ass might not even play. You know what I'm saying? Why?
Or
because
you could
such
have
and
used
such
something
is
else
so
for that
different.
first. Yeah, or you could have went in a different direction with that first round pick.
But I'm just saying, even if you still would have had Mozzie Smith, think about this. If we would have brought in two free agent veteran defensive tackles and put them over Mozzie Smith, then guess what? I'm not mad at Mozzie only playing 16 snaps a game because I'm like, well, damn, it would have made sense. Right now, it don't make sense why Mozzie was only his first game in the NFL, he played 17 snaps. Bro, you waited 24 people, 23 people. You waited 23 people to hear somebody's name to be called, to play this dude at training camp, to play this in preseason, to play him 17 snaps in his first NFL game.
That's malpractice right now.
Bro, if you're Mozzie Smith, you should have knew. Think about this. Micah Parsons was complaining in his first NFL game with the Dallas Cowboys. That was a preseason game. You know how many snaps he played in that preseason game? 11. That was a preseason game.
Yeah, bro. But that's my point, man. That's why I did all this little leg work and stuff, man. like the teams that win or are successful don't just draft well. They go out there and they add
The
multiple
draft
good.
is the icing. The draft
Yeah,
is the icing on the
they
cake.
don't they don't just go out there and draft well. They go out there and they add multiple good free agent classes to it. Because you got to remember, like Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, some of these other selections, not all of them happened in 1 year. Some of these guys were holdovers from the 2020 free agent signings. Then they added more people in 2021. Like you don't just go out there and just stop at the draft.
How
Like you
bad do they really want it if they ain't trading future picks? Just riddle me that. How urgent are they to win right now? Because other teams that's very urgent is showing a sense of urgency. They are willing to trade their future for it.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
because they're more concerned with their now.
Yes.
yeah, Dallas Cowboys need to be concerned about the now. Because sometimes you can't build for the future and work and build right now. Like sometimes it's either or, man. Like
And
sometimes it's
we
either
at the
or.
point that we
Listen, I
deserve
got this
either
little.
or. We deserve either or right now.
I got this little thing I be saying, man. Like in the game, like I learned this in life. Like there's a time for grinding and there's a time for shining, but you can't do them both at the same time. You know what I'm saying? If you grinding, you dirty, you dusty, you doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But if you grind, it's just what it is. You either doing one or the other. You typically cannot have them both at the same time.
It's a sequential order in that. You grind and then you shine.
Then you shine.
You know
And they
what
don't.
I'm saying?
That's why you don't do them at the same time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah. That's counterproductive right there.
and
Not,
and
not
I'm gonna tell
logical.
you the reason why dudes get messed up is they try to shine when they supposed to be grinding.
Facts.
Oh my
You
mom,
spending all your money, sir. You know what I'm
man,
saying?
done went outside. But yeah, man, we've been on here for an hour 10, man. We did our part, our due diligence for the nation. Y'all got any closing remarks before we shut the doors to the establishment?
Like I just said, I think I'm trying to be, push the urgency, bro. Like if you really want to win, like even if you're not super high on this team, we're a 12-5 team 3 years back to back. That sounds like a close team to me, even if you're a hater. So it sounds like we need something to get us over the hump. Why are we sitting up here acting sedated like the pretty girl in the club, acting like we don't like nobody? Why are we sitting back, not making no moves, not showing no sense of urgency? That right there, that's concerning to me. So all I want us to do is, like I said, I don't know about y'all. This is the thoughts of landlord from Alabama. Even if we go swing and do something drastic and try to make it happen, if it don't work, I'll just be like, hey, my team tried. I wouldn't even be mad about it at this point. Like, I just want them to go show me that they want to actually win, go make a risk and try to get your reward. You know they say scared money don't make no money, man. If you sit back here and continuously wait to the bottom of the draft, we gonna get bottom of the draft players. That's just how it's gonna go. And we gonna get bottom of the draft results.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I think we need to. I think as far as content, I think an idea I just popped in my head. We need to come up with we need to identify what are the Dallas Cowboys' top needs on this team. Then, we can rank those like one through 10 or 1 through 7. Then after we do that, we need to go look at the free agents because right now I think the narrative that we should be pushing on the Cowboys is what is the top 50 free agents that are available. And I think this will be a dope ass show too. Like first we need to identify what are the top needs on the Cowboys: linebacker, offensive lineman, defensive tackle, what else? Wide receiver, possible back. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Cooper Rush is he on his last year of that contract or is he still signed?
I don't know. I gotta check on that. Let me see.
Okay, so your 6 needs, right? After we identify, then we rank those 6 needs, right? Then we need to go look in free agency and see which players are available for those needs, and then come up with a top 50 board or a top something board. And like because I think a lot of times we glaze through free agency is because the draft is just easy information. They're going to give you so much. There's going to be so many people doing draft content. All you got to do is sit and watch it. You know what I'm saying? But there's not going to be a lot of free agency information especially for the Cowboys because we're a team that don't really typically do things. But at the same time, The work needs to be done. The work needs to be done. And that's why I'm really, really pushing the narrative. And I know every time I talk about free agency, people say, oh, yeah, but the Cowboys don't do it. Well, guess what? Maybe that's the reason why we're not. And to be honest with you, bro, you just proved it with your paper that you just put up right now. You just proved that the difference that these teams are making is in free agency and not in the draft. Like the Cowboys, as a fan, we have literally, it's almost like people be blowing up the beans. Beans is so good until you really eat some steak. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is eating.
I think that's the disconnect we got with, because I know you said you don't think we need a wide receiver, but that's why we feel like we able to do something loose like that, because we trying to handle everything in free agency for real. So now when we get an opportunity for a big time player like that, we know the Joneses ain't finna buy now in free agency. That is out of the question. Wide receiver market is too high. They ain't finna spend that kind of money. The only way we'll be able to get a big time upgrade or try our best to get one is in the draft. That's why we say
this is the thing though. This is what I feel about wide receiver. We don't need a CD Lamb. We don't even technically need a Brandon Cooks, because you have a CD Lamb and you still have a Brandon Cooks under contract. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you this right here.
If something happened to CD Lamb, he have a bad cold for 2 games. How you feel?
Then guess what? We need to go do that with every position. We need to go do that with the quarterback position. If I'm gonna believe that was
the quarterback, the quarterback position is the only one that you can't have a good backup at.
Yeah,
like every other position.
Well, technically you can. It's just a matter of what you got to pay for it.
Every other position you have guys designated. You have a designated swing tackle. You have a designated backup guard and center that you can plug and play for a game or two. I don't really know what our offense would look like and survive like without a CD Lamb for a prolonged period of time.
Without CD Lamb, it's over.
Bro, but listen to me. But this is the thing though. You're not going to draft a whole guy in the first round with the thought that a guy who's never missed a large amount of games is going to now miss games. When you have actual needs on the field. Well,
there's more stuff besides just them getting injured. No, you know that, right? There's the fact that you're finna cut a wide receiver. You're finna lose another wide receiver in a year. So why not go and get a good wide receiver while it's still good to get one? There's no guarantee.
Because I'm not listening to me, and I agree with all you're saying.
I'm just saying, there's no guarantee when Brandon Cook's contract is up, the next wide receiver class will be good, or the next free agency class will be good.
But listen to me. I'm gonna tell you this right here, though. This is what I'm gonna tell you. You guys actually have more faith in draft classes than I do, because I don't believe this draft class is gonna be good until 2 years from now when they actually play. You know what I'm saying? So that be the difference too between the way I view the draft, because I don't care what these kids did against Satchamula Stupid State. You know what I'm saying? Most of these draft kids don't actually turn out to be what they, if you go look at the odds say that most of these kids don't end up being what we expect them to be anyway, regardless of the round that you're in. That's why there's a new draft every year. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's why we want to try to increase our odds by getting somebody higher. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you trying to keep digging in the garbage bins, you never know what you're gonna get.
But see, that's the thing. I'm not saying dig in the garbage bin. What I'm saying is you need to put the resources from the first round picks on your defense. Piling more offense on isn't going to do anything, because at the end of the day, you can have Jesus Christ playing out there, Muhammad out there playing, and goddamn the Easter Bunny. Bro, if you can't get them the football, it don't matter how good they're catching the ball. It don't matter.
Hold on. Let me ask you this question. This finna be quick. Do you want a Ricky middle linebacker out there?
I'm not saying draft a Ricky middle linebacker.
These are the positions of need on defense. Do you want a Ricky defensive tackle?
But see, that's not what I'm saying though. So you can't even ask me that question, because to ask me that question is actually insinuate that I'm saying that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. I'm not allocating a first round pick with the money I already have on the offense. I'm not putting a first round pick wide receiver on this staff, and especially if I have not signed the guy that's already ready to get paid. The money that I'm about to pay a first round pick wide receiver, he's going to be making as much as Micah Parsons. And I don't even know. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you really think about it, if you draft a guy right now in the first round, he will be making a little. And if you don't sign CeeDee Lamb, bro, they're damn near making the same amount of money.
Well, listen, I want them to sign CD Lamb first. I think this is still the disconnect. I want them to handle their damn business in free agency first.
Hey, why is it like a glow on the show? Why is it like a glow on yours? Did you have something happen?
Nah, my light bulb just got brighter.
Oh, okay.
Mine did some kind of special effect.
Because you had a little sparkle over your head.
Man, I always got something going on when I'm on the show with y'all.
He has some wild shit.
I don't know what. I ain't even want to say nothing about it. I'm like,
I noticed.
I'm just like, just keep going, bro.
But no, my only point is, I want us to handle everything that needs to be handled in free agency. I want us to fix our linebacking room, our defense as a whole in free agency. That have been my talking point this entire time. So when
you can go to the draft,
and that's my point,
and be free.
Like I want to have all that shit handled. I ain't trying to go to the boat and I ain't paid my rent yet. I want them niggas to go ahead, get the linebackers you need, get the defensive tackles you need, get the running back that you need. And then we can just go ahead and do what we need to do in the draft.
That's what I'm saying. You said put them on the defense. I'm like, bro, the positions we need is linebacker. I don't want no Ricky middle linebacker.
But see, this is the thing. When you say that, that's why I said you can't say that about me, because I've already made that statement. Any rookie position starting in my position in the NFL is probably not the best situation.
Oh,
you understand?
Where you talking about putting the money on defense then? Where you talking about?
Bro, I'm talking about, listen to me. What I'm saying is create
I'm trying to get understanding. I don't know what you mean.
The understanding I'm saying is this. If you put a rookie first round pick wide receiver on this team, he's going to go up under CD Lamb. He's going to go up under Brandon Cooks. What I'm saying is right now, the reason why you have nothing on your defense, you have a bunch of dudes on a bunch of halfway house dudes on weird contracts, and you have Micah Parsons. That's what you have right now. What I'm saying is this: you need to get you a middle linebacker that can be your middle linebacker this year in free agency. Then you go to the draft and draft a first round pick middle linebacker. If you're telling me hold on, let me, because I listened to me. I ain't even finished. You about to disagree with me. What I'm saying is this: you listen. You need more linebackers, bruh. You need more linebackers than you're going to be able to get in free agency. Because think about this: even though you count LVE, we know for a fact, no matter what you do, there's going to be at least 7 games that mother effer misses. You are down on middle linebackers. You have enough wide receivers, bro. Listen, think about this. You're talking about a what if in wide receiver land. Bro, I'm talking about what happens every day. Bro, you had goddamn a quarterback that put us out the playoffs talking about, oh, yeah, y'all had DBs playing middle linebacker. That has to be addressed, bro.
We gonna fix it in free agency.
But I can't help you with a first round linebacker when it's not one.
Listen to me. That's your opinion, though. That's your opinion, though.
That's the expert's opinion, too.
But I don't trust the experts. I'm West Coast Cowboy. If I trust the experts, I wouldn't have a content.
It don't matter. It don't matter. There's not a first round pick linebacker. You can't even.
But see, that's your opinion, though. That's your opinion. I don't receive your opinion. That's your opinion.
All right, what's your linebacker you gonna get then, West Coast? What's your opinion on it? Who the first round?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I've already told you what my plan is. My plan is to first address the problem.
But that ain't what I asked you. Who the first round pick?
But I have to give you my answer because you can't just know.
You already started there. You said I heard your answer. Your answer was to address it in free agency, and then you said first round pick linebacker. We got
this is what I'm saying right here. I am going to address my entire need in free agency. I'm going to fix everything that I can fix. Then I'm going to take that first round pick and put it on the goddamn defense. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. I never said, listen. I know you want to get the point across.
What position?
Yeah, who?
Listen to me. At this point, it don't, bro. Give me a listen to me.
It matters.
Listen, you need a first round pick. You need somebody on that defense. DeMarcus Lawrence is up out of here. Freaking in the next 2 years, Dante Fowler's out of here. Dorrance Armstrong is up out of here.
So you're using my same argument for wide receivers since Brandon Cooks is going to be out here.
Because these are legitimates, and your defense is the reason why you
legitimate. That nigga finna be gone. That man 30 years old.
Listen, what are you talking about? CeeDee Lamb is technically under contract 2 more years.
You need more than one wide receiver. You need more than one wide receiver.
Brandon Cooks is and they're all healthy.
For a year.
Bro, listen to me.
You just brought up Mark Lawrence being gone in 2 years. I brought up the Brandon Cooks being gone in a year. So what's the difference?
The difference is this: those dudes are all healthy. That's what the difference is.
DeMarcus
CeeDee
Lawrence
Lamb
is
is
healthy.
healthy. And I'm going to tell you this right here. I'm going to tell you what also makes more sense. Look at the guys you have behind those dudes. You have
There's
Jalen
nobody
Tolbert.
behind him.
You have Jalen Tolbert who's behind him. You have the Brooks Marino,
And
number 83.
and that's exactly why I want to draft
You
somebody.
have all these dudes that are behind him. Now, guess what you have behind? Guess what? Now, listen what you have on defense. You know what you have on defense? Listen to me. If you don't even have the same season, the same system that you had from last year, you're going to lose 2 more linebackers. You want to know why? Because you're going to lose Marquise Bell, who's still going to be on the team. You're going to lose him in your linebacker room too. You want to know why? Because if Zimmer doesn't believe in safeties playing linebacker, you know what he's going to say? Hey, you two, get y'all ass in that damn safety room. Y'all don't play J-Ron Curse. You're not a linebacker. Go to the extra room.
Somebody said landlord blow the whistle. I went there. That was too good.
But listen to me. Think about this.
I always be the one arguing. It was good to see a fight and just sit back and observe.
Somebody said ain't nobody scared of our wide receiving core. Man, you better slap yourself. They was scared of our wide receiving core, bro. CeeDee Lamb had 17 goddamn 100 yards. Yeah. Dak Prescott was the second MVP, second in MVP. What are you talking about? Don't disrespect them dudes, bro. They're the second best attack in all of football last year. Look, maybe you weren't afraid of it.
I made people come to peace like this. Okay, when we talking about wide receiver, if you love Brandon Cooks as a number 2, you will absolutely love him as a number 3 then. You will love him. He'll be.
I'm going to tell you this right here. I don't think I'm going to keep it real. This is my opinion. Even though y'all say it can happen, I don't think a wide receiver at 24 is going to be better than Brandon Cooks. I don't believe it right now.
I disagree. Listen. I think you fell in the real.
The views of West Coast Cowboys were his and his alone. The views.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I just want you to know because we disagree on that, and that's fine.
I'm okay with that.
Listen, we got tangible evidence from just last year from different wide receivers throughout.
No, you don't, because those receivers aren't going to be on the team. Those receivers, you can't use those
better class.
Bro, but you don't know that though. You don't know until they actually play. How are you saying that until they actually play? That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
that's the disconnect.
Okay, we'll say they have more potential and they are regarded as better players. The first wide receiver last year got taken in the 20s.
Yeah, come on, man, I'm live.
We just showed you 2 wide receivers going in the top 10. You see what I'm saying? This ain't no apples and oranges. This is a big difference.
That doesn't mean anything, bro. They still gotta play, bro.
I understand that. I'm just telling you how much better they regard this class opposed to last year. That's how much better it is. The first wide receiver, Jackson Smith and Jigma, he went in the 20s last year. The first wide receiver this year is going number 2, 3, or 4. Like, it's crazy. And the next one probably going top 10, 6 or 7. Like, this is a much better class, according to the experts, according to the people who, spend their life doing this stuff. And from what I've seen, I agree too. Now I'm just not going off of them. I love this wide receiver class.
Listen, I'm sorry, hey, fellas. I'm gonna tell y'all. Unfortunately, I'm going on year 8 in this. And guess what? The conversation you just had right now, bro. I hear that crap every year, bro. Every year. There is never a year where this is not a good guy. Every year there's this draft class that there's this position group that everybody falls in. Every year, bro. Every year, bro. That's what it's supposed to do.
And
it's supposed to make you fall in love with them. It's supposed to. Like, that's why they built the whole show around it. Like, come on now. That's why the NFL is the only draft that anybody even cares about, because it is a spectacle. Like, it is a sold event. Every professional sport has a draft. Why is the NFL the only one that matters? The only thing you see with the NBA is the dude sitting in there getting the lottery balls. I don't even know if NBA Major League has one. I know hockey has one. This is the brand of football. They are selling you guys their new products, and that's how it's supposed to be. It's like iPhone just dropped the iPhone 14. It's their job to sell you the iPhone 15. Of course, there's going to be features and stuff you love.
But they didn't hype the wide receiver class last year like that.
Every single year there's generational talent. There's generational talent. Oh my God.
One person.
This all I'm telling you. Look. This what I'm looking at this as, right? The reason I leaned on last year, this is my the reason I said that. The reason I leaned on last year is because I'm seeing a trend in the way this talent is developing and coming into the league ready day one. Like not just
Bro,
one
oh my
receiver.
God, but you don't
Listen,
landlord, I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, bro, it's not just one receiver. Do you think that's a coincidence? It was about
No, but
5,
this is what I'm
6,
saying.
7 of them last year that balled out.
Listen to me.
Tank
This is what I'm
Dell, Jordan Addison. Like, it was a list of them boys that came in and
and
balled.
you
Rasheed
and you and
Rice.
I'm gonna tell
All
you
them
this.
boys
The
balled.
chances, and I'm gonna tell you this,
The boy from the
guess,
Ravens. Like, I could keep naming them. They all had big years. Now, do you think it could be these programs catching these kids up so they can be day one pro ready when they get in the league? And then look, these guys right here got more potential than them. That's what I'm telling you. Like, I like my chance. I like
I'm
my
gonna tell you this
chance.
right here. Listen to me. A draft pick can only have potential because they're being sold on their future things that they haven't done. That's the only way. That's how it works. That's just how it works. That's how it works when you're buying a future tense product. When you're buying a future tense product, you are being sold on the projection of the product. You're not being sold on the production of the product because you haven't physically used the product yet. Like
I mean,
when you're
that carries over to every position in the draft, though. So what does it matter? All of it is projection.
I'm gonna tell you why it matters. Thank you for getting to the point. So let me get to the point with you. The reason why it matters is because you're more solidified at the wide receiver position than you are at any other position on defense, except for cornerback. And think about this: even at the strongest position on defense, you still have a weakness because your best player at the position's coming off injury. Bro, your best position. Listen to me. The reason why you don't like Brandon Cooks is because you don't think he produced. The reason why I need a linebacker is because I don't have one. I don't physically have one.
And I told you I want that in free agency. I don't want
And
these
my thing is
goddamn
this. Think
kids.
about this.
I don't
Think about this. I'm
understand
gonna just
what's
be real
going
with you.
on.
Stop. I'm gonna just be listen. There is not a free agent middle linebacker in football right now. Right now, that's an instant fix. There isn't. There is more.
Bobby
You're going
Wagner.
to have to. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. The Dallas Cowboys getting a free agent middle linebacker for 1 or 2 years, that's not your fix, bro.
Bobby Wagner.
Listen, I like Bobby Wagner, bro. How many years bro, we've been saying Bobby Wagner for years.
He was an all-pro last year.
I will never say nothing bad about him, but we've been talking about him for 4 years. Obviously the Cowboys don't want him.
That's an instant fix.
But the Cowboys don't want him, bro. They could have got him for $8 million.
That's on them. I'm just telling you what we can do. We
He
can't
wasn't even
control nothing.
All-Pro.
We can't control nothing. We just telling you what they can do.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. You don't have more chances to miss at linebacker. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with fans in drafting linebacker. See, what's wrong with drafting linebackers is the linebacker position is a microwave position. There's an oven position. When you're taking players, there's 2 types of players. There's players that develop in a microwave, and there's players that develop in an oven. Players that develop in an oven are players that you got to put in. It's going to take time. They got to actually work at their craft. They got to get acclimated with the surroundings, and then you'll see production. Then you have positions like wide receiver that these dudes can be microwaves. You want to know why? Because speed kills. Bro, it don't matter how. If you're faster than everybody on the field for the most part, or you're more shifty than for the most part, you don't even have to have good routes. You can just outshift everybody. That's wide receiver position. The reason why we don't like D tackle, the reason why people mad at freaking Mozzie is because a lot of fans assume that D tackle is a microwave position. That's not a microwave position. A D tackle is an oven position. They have to sit in the oven for a little bit. Think about this. All these great linebackers that you guys like, the Fred Warners. Fred Warner wasn't even a middle linebacker when he came in the league. He was a freaking safety. He had to learn the position. Most of you guys didn't even know about Fred Warner until year 4. The boy that got traded from to Baltimore from the Bears. The boy from what's that boy name we all wanted to.
Roquan Smith.
When did you know about him? You didn't know about him until when? Year 4. Bro, middle linebacker, this is what I'm saying. You need to invest in it now. You need to fix it
Nobody
now.
said not to invest in it.
I don't know how you missing this, bro.
I'm not missing it.
I'm gonna address linebacker, sir. But the linebacker position is not addressable in the draft. Not in the first 2 rounds.
Not in the first.
It's just not. Maybe you can get one in the second. In the first round, a linebacker would be a huge reach according to most people that do this.
Well, see, this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I want to get to the point where, because I'm gonna tell you this, as content creators, we shouldn't be giving the opinions of what other people say, because I don't give a damn what these other motherfuckers say. Because you got to remember, they got bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? So if such and such is getting paid by Fox News, they're for sure going to push those narratives and those people. That's why we're in this business, so that we can give our own opinions of what we saw. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care what the
you didn't take my opinion on the wide receivers. I just told you I'm in love with most of these wide receivers' abilities on here. I am. I think they're great, and I think they would be instantly impact players. And you just said screw all that. I gave you my opinion.
I'm not saying screw all that. But what I'm saying is this: was there a rookie wide receiver? I don't think there was no rookie wide receiver last year that had 1,700 yards. And I'm going to tell you this right here.
Ain't nobody had that but CD and Tyreek.
Facts. So guess what? So then I'm asking you this: I am not about to dedicate a first round pick to my number 2 wide receiver. I'm not doing that.
Jordan Addison just had 911 yards.
I'm not dedicating a first round pick to a number 2 wide receiver.
We already did that before, Wes.
And it didn't work.
Yes,
what about Pookie? What about Pookie?
You transitioned from Amari Cooper to CeeDee Lamb seamlessly.
Bro, Amari Cooper was a 3-year vet by then, bro. He was the oldest receiver on our team.
What I got to do anything?
That has a lot to do with it. Because you're talking about a rookie wide receiver.
He's still not even 30 years old. He was still young.
And Amari Cooper was our number 1 receiver when he came from.
That's my point. You spent a first round pick on a number 2 wide receiver, and it worked. It was fine. You had a great offense.
Bro, Amari Cooper was a veteran, bro. He was a 3-year vet. What is you talking about?
What are you talking? I'm talking about when we got CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper was still here. We spent a first round pick on a wide receiver, and it worked.
The highest graded receiver, the highest graded linebacker, just for context, they got him on here as 33. So,
listen,
I ain't saying that I'm going off of that.
Guess what?
Listen, I'm not saying that I'm going off that. I'm just saying that if you want one, you probably shouldn't get it up there. That's all.
I'm telling you like this. At pick 24, via my words and your words too, that you just said at the beginning of this show, when you're picking at 24, you're damn near picking in the second round anyway, and that's a truthful statement. So guess what? Guess what? My lyrics is this, right? You guys are speaking under the context that CeeDee Lamb is going to get paid. If CeeDee Lamb gets paid, then there's no way in hell they're going to draft a first round pick wide receiver. Why? Because you just signed him. And I'm gonna tell you guys, listen to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all need to think. Listen to me.
Gonna get to the middle of this.
And there was a 1,400-yard rookie wide receiver this year.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. Right? In the same reason why we were not willing to allocate more money to the running back room is the exact same why, because we still have Zeke. If the Cowboys pay CeeDee Lamb, there's no way in hell they're gonna go spend their first round pick on that same thing that they just paid for.
Just because the Dallas Cowboys, just because the Dallas Cowboys do stupid shit does not mean I have to agree with the stupid shit that they do.
I'm not saying to agree with it, but I'm not saying to agree with it. I'm just saying what makes more Jerry Jones sense, bro. That doesn't in Jerry Jones' head. If I just pay CeeDee Lamb, why would I draft the wide receiver?
I'm not trying to have the Jerry Jones conversation.
But you need to, though, because
I'm trying to have the conversation on what's the right thing to do. We can talk about the bullshit that Jerry Jones does when he does it. I'm trying to have the conversation about what will make the team better.
Well, fellas, I just came off a shift. I am about to croak. I haven't ate. I just jumped on here with y'all for the love of the content. But I gotta go. I appreciate y'all though. I gotta go.
All right, Wes, what you say on the way out, kinfolk?
Man, I tell them never look down because the stars up.
Peace,
shout out to you, Willie T.